What's up, everybody? Let me know if this mic is okay, because last time it was doing weird stuff, and I don't know if it's working okay. Let me know. Just curious. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Gooniac here. Not a whole lot to talk about today, but why not do a show? Wanted to get on here and just do some chatting. Unfortunately, all of the days that I've been free to fly, the weather has not cooperated. And this coming weekend, same thing's happening. We've got like 5-6 days worth of rain. See, look at my eyes all red because I'm all upset about not being able to fly. So we've got lots of rain coming and don't have any time on my time off to be able to go fly. So I took this week off to get some stuff done. And sorry for the camera being off, but my eyes are red because they're burning. So I'm gonna take care of that real quick. But all the time that I could actually fly, the rain's coming. So not gonna be able to do any flying this weekend. Couldn't do any flying tomorrow or Friday. Nothing. Or over the weekend, last weekend couldn't fly. So bleh. So not a whole lot of things to show you as far as that goes, but there will be more things coming, hopefully. So sorry, I had to put some drops in my eyes so they don't look so red, so I don't look like I've been smoking pot all day, because I haven't been smoking pot all day. But anyway, What's up to everybody? I'm going to talk a little bit RC today before getting back to doing what I was doing, which is trying to relax. Um, been doing a lot less stuff on cars. I mean, a lot less stuff on planes, and been doing stuff on cars. Got brakes done. Um, Crazy thing is, it was over the weekend. The weather had been crazy cold. Crazy cold. I mean, especially for California. I mean, like 29 in the morning. High temperature would be like 44, 45 throughout the day, which is cold for us. So I got the stuff that I needed to do to do my brakes on my car, expecting to be doing my brakes in the cold. The next day, the weather shoots up like 25 degrees. So, and it hasn't really cooled down since. It's just been warm stuff. So, sorry for all of those of you that are getting all this cold stuff to deal with, but it hasn't been too cold here. Um, I wouldn't mind it because it's winter. It's supposed to be cold, but it isn't. So, anyway, hope all y'all are doing okay, and let's just talk a little bit about this RC stuff. But I see that people were talking um, before I got started here, so some shout outs to all the people that have come to say howdy, which I very much appreciate. And let's see what's going on here. So I think the very first one of the first people to start talking was Mr. Shadow Ops, who's dealing with some snow up there in Idaho. It's not normal for Idaho to have lots and lots of snow, but they're getting lots and lots of snow. So what's up, Mr. Shadow Ops? And there's Mr. Pete Lane, and Mr. Fred Barron. But all of them are members too, by the way. Well, Shadow Ops is a member. So if you guys have any questions or would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, take a look in the description. It shows you how to do so if you want to do it through PayPal or through Super Chat or through joining a channel, whatever, doesn't matter. If you want to, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Just putting this out there as a way to help people with the hobby and share my love for the hobby, as well as help other people with things when they're trying to be successful at this. You know, a lot of these people want people to fail and fail and fail and get a kick out of them failing. I'm not one of those people. I like to help people be as successful as they can with this hobby. So that's why I do this stream, so I can help people as much as I can with stuff, and also show off what it is that I like to do. So anyway, let's get back to the shout outs. Who else we got? We got Fred Barron. I already said him. CVO Hobo, what's up with you? Wiggle Fingers RC, what's up with you? I sent you an email explaining what's going on, and your stuff should be there within the next day or two. Who else do we have? Mr. Randy Huffins, what's up? Not quite the same porno tunes you're used to hearing, a little different. Jeff in Lower Alabama, what's up? Mr. Keith Christie, what is up with you? Blue Sky Belly Laugh, what's up with you? I saw Wreckham Roy there. Yeah, there's Wreckham Roy. What's up, Mr. Wreckham Roy? JCB67, what's up with you? Lionel Randall, howdy, howdy. Your stuff is on the way. Dylan, EIS, what's up with you? I don't think I've seen you here before, so appreciate you being here. Howdy, howdy. Or maybe you have been here. I don't know. Maybe the name's different. But thanks for being here either way. Who else? Paul McNeil, what's up? And yes, we've had some cool flyovers lately. Big stuff. C5s, C17 yesterday, or the day before. I don't remember. I think it was yesterday. Got a good video of that. If you're on my Facebook page, you can see it. I think that's it. So, but I'll be chatting, and I don't really have a topic today. I'm just kind of rambling. But about 20 of you here, so I'd appreciate if y'all hit the like, the thumbs up, and all that. But I'm trying to get my channel to start jumping again. I've been posting some videos. I got some advice and stuff going on, trying to get my channel to go to the next level again. I'm at 1.71 subscribers now. 1.71 thousand. So a little over 1,700 subscribers, which is cool. And thanks to every one of you that are subbing to the channel. But I'm trying to change it up and make it a little bit more appealing for y'all. And one of the biggest shout outs always goes out to Mr. Randy Huffins, because he's one of the people that were instrumental in helping me get over 1,000, as was Mr. Shadow Ops. And there are lots of people that helped. But Randy Huffins and Shadow helped a lot. But anyway, what's up, Reg and Roy? Thank you for the kind words. But we will trying to keep this thing going. But anyway, let's see. So anyway, thank you, Reg and Roy. I'd say the same about you. Very much appreciated. So anyway, so let's just talk a little bit about some planes and stuff. So as I've been, I don't think I've told everybody this, but I've had most of my planes for a long time. It's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is that they're pretty old and beat up. Still fly great, but they're aesthetically ugly. So I've got a lot of planes that are just tired and worse for the wear. One of which is my little F-18. I don't know if you guys saw the video of me almost killing it because the servo finally died. So I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of planes, and they're so old and they've been flown so much, so they're not even really going to be sold. I'm just going to give them away. So keep your eyes open for that. For if you guys are local in this area, I will be giving the planes away. I'm not going to give them all to one person because that's hoarding, but I am going to give certain airframes away. Just they're tired. They still have lots of life left in them. So my F-18, my baby fate as I call it, it was originally purchased at the end of 2016. Yeah, the end of 2016, going into 17. And I have had next to no issues with that plane. The only issue I had was one of the screws coming out of the landing gear, and it turned on landing. That was the nose gear, not even the main gear. So I had to land once with the nose scrubbing. Kind of wore out one side on the wheel, but other than that, everything's worked for years. But I had a aileron servo burn out and almost killed the plane. So rather than go through and fix it all, I'm like, you know what? I've had enough life out of this plane. So let's just start over. So I don't know if I'm going to start over with that plane or if I'm going to just start with something else. But it's going to be given away. I have an F-35 that I crashed. I'm going to take all the electronics out of, and then that's going to be given away. Somebody will want to put it together, I'm sure. I have an F-16 that was crashed that will need to go to a new home. It could easily be fixed. Nothing preventing it from being fixed, but I'm going to take the EDF unit and burner out of it, and it's going to go to owner that will probably patch it up and make it their own. Not going to sell it. It's going to be given away. A couple more planes I'm going to do that with too. So probably my F-15 eventually too. We'll see, because I might get a new airframe and start over with that. But it's time to get some new stuff. I have lots of new stuff that just is in boxes and needs to be put away. So needs to be put together and put away. So anyway, and I also have got connectors because I've got batteries that need to be connected. There's lots going on. So basically, over these next couple days that I've got off, because I won't go back to work until middle of next week, I will be working on some stuff. Hopefully, I got to finish up a whole bunch of orders and do that. So it looks like Mr. Randy Huffins has been Working on the plane is Edge 540. Got some servos in there, added horns, and hopefully be flying by the spring. Cool. Glad to hear it. Ooh, it looks like Mr. Fred Barron, he's got his X-Fly Twin Otter coming. Nice. That's one that I'm actually kind of interested in. So, does it have reverse on it or no? I can't remember. That's a plane that would have to have reverse. That would be pretty cool. But yes, that's one that I've been interested in. I'm actually interested in a couple of the planes from, what do you call it? From Banana Hobby. I like the fact that there's a 64 millimeter L39 that looks really good. Thinking about that. I like a couple of their 50 millimeter birds. Thinking about them too. So, like I said, I got to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I have a whole bunch of older 50 millimeter birds that are just beat that I'll just give away. See if they can go to a new home and create some more joy for another person. But yeah, we need to go. So let's see. I've got the one that will never go away is the Screamer. I'm always going to hold on to that because that's been a blast, especially now that we've got some new batteries. I might be able to do something with that and make it a little bit quicker. But 64, I've seen that fly. It was a hand launch one that I saw fly pretty dang fast. And then the 80, it's not the fastest, but the sound it makes, and I think I could probably change it. Now I have a different fan in mind. I have the FMS fan in mind. But what I'd like to do is try the new X-Fly 2300 kV in that plane and see how that works. So I don't know. We'll see. So Banana Hobby has actually, their planes have been pretty good. Customer service has been good. When I ordered stuff, I got it quickly. Can't say I can agree with their people that they use for as pilots or whatever, because I don't really care for them. But the stuff that they're using is great. I like the planes. I can't say I'm excited about the expensive new. Like the F-22 is crazy expensive. The ones that are more affordable I can appreciate, but there's a new plane, another one that just came out that's like $5,000. I guess it's a turbine, so it's only $5,000 for the plane, just for the plane. A little too much for me. So anyway, but they've been doing good. I haven't really heard any complaints. I don't have any complaints because whatever I ordered from them, I got it, and I got it quickly. One of them showed up without me even getting any kind of an update as to when it had shipped or anything. So, but you know, it's cool. It ended up showing up within a couple days. So, complaining, no complain. Work good for me. Andy Cho, what is happening? How are you? Glad to see you here. And yeah, Fred, that's gonna be cool. You should open that plane on your show. Should be cool. Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Banana Hobby is about 7 hours from where I live. I went down to Apollo Field back in 2017 or 16, can't remember, and I actually met Pete from BananaHobby.com back then. But yeah, they're not that far. They're down in Southern California, City of Industry, which is a good and a bad thing. It's bad because I have to pay tax when I order things, but it's good because it shows up right away. And yeah, but they've been doing good. I won't knock them at all. Don't necessarily care for their ad campaigns and the people that they're using for their whatever you call it. That's just my own personal thing. So let's see. So they've got they sell X-Fly stuff. They sell these new little Zane planes. JP Hobby. The turbine. They have big turbine jets. They've got aerofoam jets. They're selling a lot of the that radio company, FR Sky. They're selling that stuff. So they've got a little bit of everything like they've always had, but they've got more modern planes. So it's been good. They've got a good variety, and they still have those same old 50 millimeters that I used to get back in the days. They've still got those, which I think is pretty cool. But they have a lot of big, expensive stuff now, which is surprising. Oh, that's a good deal. The MiG-25s are on sale for $99. Then they've got those new twin 64 SU-27s. Those are there. 64 millimeter fly fans. They have a lot of fly fans. So they've got a lot. They've got a lot of stuff. They've got a good selection. I think they even have some composite stuff too. But the 50 millimeter stuff, they still got it. I think that's pretty cool. Affordable things. Um, I used to get those and modify them. Um, but now the planes that are actually doing pretty good are the ones from Hobby Zone, which are the what are those planes called? Arrows. The Arrows planes. So they've got some a pretty good variety. So I don't know what's going to be happening with a lot. So I haven't really been paying attention as of the last week or so going on with planes, but there's still lots of stuff going on. So there's a little the Arrows L39 is cool. The Arrows Viper, the Arrows T33, the BAE Hawk. Um, they've got a couple Arrows planes. But the main thing is they're affordable, which I think is important nowadays because for some reason nobody's wages have gone up, but all the prices are going up. So, like they have the little Avanti, they've got the Avanti now, the Viper, L39. So they've got lots of good stuff. And then there's the Futura too. That's from FMS. They've got a 64 millimeter version of that. But Arrows has a lot of planes. Arrows has got F-86, the Marlin, lots of things that you can afford, which I think is important. Not just crazy expensive stuff. Lots that you can look forward to, and people can everybody can enjoy the hobby instead of it just being like an exclusive thing. So anyway, the Arrows Bearcat, yeah, I wonder too. I had the 11 Hobbies. They actually sent me one to review. I got the 11 Hobbies, which is the same plane. They fly incredible. It's an incredible flying plane. So I'm curious as to why that sold out. I don't even know. Oh, wait a minute. You know who's selling those now? I think it's, hold on. Fair RC is selling those. Fair RC is selling Arrow stuff. They were at one point. Are. Let me see. So okay, so they have the Arrows 1100. Arrows 1100 P51. I don't know if they're going to bring any of the other Arrows stuff. But Arrows makes good little planes. I think that they were actually made by FMS at one point. No, I don't see it. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Because they were starting to sell. Let me see what they have new arrivals. Fair RC is doing all these car things. But I'm not seeing the planes. No, they have them. They have a whole bunch of Arrows planes. So the Arrows Edge they have, the Arrows Glider they have, the Technam they have the Pioneer, that little plane. They have a lot of Arrows. Okay, so guys, check out Fair RC. They have a lot of the Arrows planes. The Husky, the Bigfoot, the F4U Corsair, yeah, T28, the Thunderbolt, the little 50 Avanti. So stuff's there. Tim Juicens, what's up? finally, and I mean finally, shipping your stuff. I have things that are sending out to you and to John VHRC. Had the postage forever. Finally, actually getting it together now that I've caught up on orders. Um, Let me get the post out for you guys so you can see. So take a look at Fair RC, and this is just part of it. That's their new arrivals, and it shows a whole bunch of planes. That Bigfoot's actually a pretty cool little plane, like the Cessna 150 on big tires. It's got lights. A little more expensive than I thought it was. Thought it was cheaper than that at one point. I thought it was like 199. It's 1300 millimeters, so maybe not. But cool little plane. Definitely a good bush plane if you wanted to. But Pharisee has it now, which I wasn't expecting. I have flown the little Thunderbolt. That's fun. The little one. I have the big one. I haven't finished putting together yet. Well, setting up yet on my radio. But that 1800 Husky is pretty cool. $69.99. That's not a bad deal for a big plane like that. Flies on 6S. Yeah, flies on 6S. So if you don't want to break the bank, there are still planes out there you can get. That's actually a good deal too. The beginner plane, the Blue Jay, $170. That's not bad. So anyway, I still have yet to get my F-86 in the air. Hasn't happened yet. Will happen eventually. Just hasn't happened yet. Stuff that I need to get it set up. Haven't done it. Never enough time. Never enough. Never enough. But if you're into crawlers, though, it looks like Fair RC has a crap ton of crawlers. Have yet to try one of these things. I'm thinking about getting something just to chase the squirrels around here at the house. Trucks. But anyway, so let's see, limited time. There's sale. Yeah, they've got a crap ton of stuff on sale at Fair RC. And let me look at FMS now that I'm looking at stuff. See what they got. Car, 1/24th scale. Car on sale. That's what I was thinking about getting, 1/24th. Just for the hell of it, since they're only $150. Could run for 20 minutes on a charge. It's a brushed motor though. Something brushless. I want no brushed. But FMS is coming up with a lot of cool stuff. As for planes. But yes, let's see what else. So let's see. What was it? Oh, Fred Barron. He's got a lot from Fair RC. So I still have yet to order something from FMS or Fair, as far as the trucks go. Trucks are the cars. Um, I'm thinking about getting one of their little. I don't like the crawling scenes so much, just like the little bashers. All them buggies. Click them all. Let's see. They've got a pretty big variety of them. Yeah, all different kinds. Even this little FPE one. But if I were to get one, it'd probably be one of the bashers. Do they have it? It's not even listed here. What's this? So they have the little Chevy Colorado. That's probably something along the lines of what I'd get if I were to. And it's got some speed. But I remember getting something for a couple cars for my kids back in the days that ended up being a lot of fun. It's just once you break them, there are no parts. That's the one thing to consider. But anyway, let's see what else is going on with y'all. So he said Anthony said he was checking out the FR Sky RTR crawler truck. I haven't seen that one yet. I have to check that out. Also, Fred said he's going to get some. Cool. So let me look that up. FJ. Cool. Oh, the old school FJ. Okay, cool. Those are expensive. Can't believe they cost as much as they do. Sheesh. Way more than I was expecting. But I guess they're. I'll put up there. Yeah, check that out. There's pretty cool. That's the one that Fred Barron's talking about that I just put in the chat. It looks cool. And then let's see, this is the one that Anthony Lashy's talking about. I'll have to click that. Let me see what that is. Oh wow, that's cool. It looks almost like a Cybertruck. The angles like that. That's kind of cool. Not that expensive either. Huh, cool. Something that people are using for FPV. Pretty dang cool. Anyway, thanks for sharing, Anthony. So that makes sense. Okay, so it's pretty big. I get it. Um, but I mean, there's a lot of other modifications for these things that I didn't know. Things that you could add. So it's kind of cool. Pretty cool. But since I'm on this subject of stuff, so this is something people are always asking: what kind of charger should I get? What should I want to be able to do this, do that. Tell me what would work. And so this is something that I always recommend, regardless of how into this hobby you are. Back ordered. Okay. This is something I'll always recommend every time. Um, Regardless of how into this hobby you are, if you need a charger, this is the charger to get. This is the older version, but I still use it to this day. There are a few new features that the new ones have that this can't do, but take a look. Um, that is one of the best chargers on the market. You can charge 4 batteries at once. Um, uh, Success packs. So basically, if you put a 5006, actually, if you put 4006S and you charge them at 1C, all of those will be done at pretty much the 40-minute mark. If you crank it up a little bit more and you charge a 4000 at 4.4, you could have them done in about 30 minutes. So if you want to bulk charge and charge with a battery with a charger that's good, check that out. They have 2 of them. That's the old one, but there is a new one that's always back ordered, so they're selling both. But that charger is amazing, super reliable. I've had mine since 2016. I had 4 of them, 3 of them at one point, and I gave one to Nate, traded one to Nate. Um, but anybody that's going to be using lipos or any kind of battery, actually, I charged a couple of my field batteries. Charge on that. So very good chargers. Recommend them to anyone that asks because 170 bucks and you've got 4 ports, all that stuff you can do. One of the best chargers on the market. Firsthand, um, amazing, amazing. So anyway, oh, yeah, it looks like Jack's got one. Yeah, they're great. Of course, there are chargers out there that can do more, but when you've got 4 chargers, even if you're not charging at 1C, you're going to get your stuff done quickly. So yeah, Anthony, check those out. Those are good. Way better than I was expecting. And I got these years ago, but I've used them DC, I've used them AC. Um, no issues. The charging boards that come with it are really robust. I just recently had started having issues with it, but all you gotta do is unplug it, plug directly in the side. You don't have to use the board. The board's just convenient. So anyway, there is a new version, um, but like I said, they're always out of stock and they're back ordered. But they updated it. This is that one, and it does even more. So if you can get it when it shows, it's definitely worth it. But either one is amazing. But this new one can do a few more things worth looking at. 2 water bottle. There it is. So anyway, awesome chargers. There are some new chargers that I haven't tried yet. Victor, what's happening, Victor? Yeah, actually, I met up with Victor back in 2017 at one of their events we went down there for. I mentioned him, I won't mention the others. But yeah, we went down there. It was fun. Had a good time. To go down again sometime. Excuse me. So let's see, but there's a Liperior is going to be selling some stuff here, some battery chargers. I haven't. I've got their actual batteries, but I haven't tried their chargers yet. So I'll have to check that out one of these days. But they've got some good deals on them. You just have to pay for the accessories. Let's see. RC battery. There you go. But they do have chargers now, which I wasn't expecting. One that I was looking at was a 1000-watt quad charger. and it looks pretty cool. Um, called Hota, which is weird. Along the lines of the ISDT style chargers, but it's pretty cool. It's very minimal. Excuse me. You need a power supply, but 4 times 250, it's pretty impressive. Uh, Than worth looking at. I'll have to check out one of these days if I ever do decide to get another charger. I have my Hobby King reactor charger that'll do 250 per channel. I'm happy with that one. But if I ever need more or something else, look at this. I think it's up to 6S. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I haven't done much more research into it, but it's got little micro USBs, got USB-Cs, all these things connected to it. So definitely something worth looking at. It requires high input voltage, which is what, 23 volts. Oh, that's a little different. Actually, no, input voltage from 10.5 to 30. So it's got a good range. So nice. Okay. But if you do want to charge okay, so that's the issue. If you want to charge up to 250 per channel, you got to have higher voltage. But it's cool. Something else. So check those people out. But again, like I said, I've got batteries from them that I need to solder. So anyway, I'll see. So there you go, Tinju, since he's got one. Slapnuts, what's up? He's here briefly. Hi and bye. I don't blame you one bit. It can be an issue, um, especially if you're doing the parallel boards. Those are bad. The traces are not really meant to do what they're doing. Yes, um, discharging. I have. How do we do it? Yeah, I've got a couple chargers that'll do regenerative discharge, but I have deep cycle batteries that I use for that when I do it. Cool. Wiggle fingers does. So there are ways to do it. Jay, did you see the weather for this weekend? Man, every time you're here, either I've got something to do or the weather goes to crap. So let me see what it is for. Last time I looked, the forecast was not good. Not good at all. Okay. Yeah, see, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all rain. Wednesday, rain. So, yeah, not good. But hopefully we'll get out there. See you one of these days. So, yeah, we missed you out here too, Andy. Didn't get to fly with you nearly enough before you left. So, fly with you again soon. Yeah, record money. It's been snowing. There was ice in In Oregon, from what I heard, lots of ice everywhere. So anyway, I don't want to go forever, but did want to get on here and chat with y'all for a little bit and ramble about next to nothing. But I'm hoping the next time I'm on here, that I've got either some cool stuff to show or more videos to upload. I have a few more videos that have not been published from years past. I've almost gone through the whole list of videos that haven't been posted. So keep your eyes open for that. Get those done. But like I said, I've been spending time working on my car. I got my brakes done. Finally got some new wheels installed on top of some other stuff. So my car is actually even more fun to drive now. My son for a ride today, and he's like, "Holy crap!" So should be fun. So Andy, it looks like Andy's going to be back in July or August. Okay, cool. I'll make sure to set some time aside. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much gonna be it for the ramblage for today. I haven't posted any place where I can show you guys, but I have a it's my car, my plane carrier. It's a 2018 Mazda 6 Grand Touring Reserve, so it's kind of like a regular everyday commuter type car, but it's got a turbo. And Cork Sport is a company that's actually up there in Washington that is exclusive to Mazda. They make things only for Mazda. And I've done a lot of the Cork Sport upgrades. So I've done everything ahead of the turbo that you can do, with the exception of the intercooler. The cold air intake with the intake pipe, all this stuff. Did that. And then I did the upgraded exhaust hangers to keep everything from falling down. Then I did axle back exhaust. That's a turbo. So with most turbos, people don't realize that the air in and the air out is important. So basically freed up with the last thing that I did, which was the turbo inlet, I was able to free up another 49 pound-feet of torque. So 49 pound-feet and instant throttle response, which is something, it's a small turbo. So small turbos, if they get the air they need, they spool quick and you get torque right away. So basically right now the car was rated at 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. That's what it is stock on 93. The way that I'm running it now, it's about 95 octane, and torque has gone up over almost 100 and basically 125 pound-feet, if not more. Horsepower has gone up with it, especially with the intake. So the car is pushing probably about 325 horsepower now, and torque has gone up to well over 400 pound-feet. So it's lots of fun. And Mazdas are known for handling, so now that I've got the wheels and tires, better. So I got the brakes on. I have upgraded power stop brakes. Put it this way, my son has a 2017 Charger RT, which is the smaller, it's the V8, but it's still a V8. Before the mods that I did, I could keep up with him. Now with the mods that I've done, I think I could pull on him. We'll see. But his car's got lots of upgrades to the car. Handles like I've never seen anything that big handle before. So This car handles incredible. I think that they must have done sway bars. We're tempted to contact California Concepts because they're the ones who built the car. And that thing's incredible. He let me drive it up the hill, and I've never driven a car that big that handles that good. So, pretty impressive. So, worked on mine. I have cross drilled and slotted rotors all the way around now. Upgraded pads, carbon metallic pads. The next thing I'm going to do is a factory OEM big brake kit, which is just going up to an SUV's brakes. That next, and then I'll change the fluid and all that stuff too. But yeah, so yeah, Tim Justin's my car is probably making close to that. That's probably not as much torque, but let's see, 250 plus. Probably making close to 365, something like that. But it's a car, so. But what I'd like to do, what I'm thinking about doing, is possibly finding a Mazda RX-8 and putting in an LS. That would be fun. And yes, that'll be good. So, no, not at the rims, not at the wheels. Mine, no. That's just at the crank. But it's a light car, so it's quick. And today, after taking the first ride with the new stuff added, adding the new wheels with the new offset, and the track is a little further out, puts the power down better, and yeah, it's just better. So I like hill driving. I don't like straight line. So I wanted the car to be able to handle and be able to put all that power down. So it should be fun. Yeah, Tim, the LS. That's the way to go. I have a friend who just got a 240, Datsun 240, the Z. But and he bought it with an LS3 in there. We shall see. But anyway, so let me get going. But like I said, it's going to be a mix of planes and cars for me from here on out, just because now my kids got me back into cars again. Enjoying myself with cars. And yeah, LSs are like an amazing engine simply because it takes nothing, hardly anything to get power out of them, and for the power to be reliable, all you got to do is if you really want power, put a small cam and open up those heads. That's it. All you got to do. You can add a turbo or a supercharger or whatever from there if you want to make any more power, but just heads. Was it cam, heads, lifters? That's it. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm gonna get going, but might even post some stuff about the cars later on. But back to planes again. I'm gonna have some cool stuff for EDFs coming up soon, because I haven't really been doing enough. I'll have F-15 upgraded. I'll have the bail done and stuff. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Everybody have a good week. If it's snowing, stay warm. If it's raining, stay dry. See y'all later, and I'll leave the chat up for a little bit, but then I'll be getting going. So adios, y'all.